Hey friends, let's talk about finding the joy. We're gonna do 3 things that you're thankful for in 3 seconds. So if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay below. I was thinking about Thankful Thursday. So today's Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. There's a lot going on in the world right now, is there not? And it's a great opportunity for us to stop and be thankful. Did you know it's impossible to think 2 things at once? And actually, I've heard that you can think like a mental thought and a passive thought at once if you try really hard. So don't try very hard. Just know that if you have a negative thought in your mind, you can quickly change it around. All you got to do is push a positive thought into your mind. So we're going to do a little game. I challenge you. Before we do the game, I was sitting at the table with my 3 boys. We were at my dad's house. Jeremy had a meeting, so we went over to his house to get the boys out of here. And we were sitting at the table, and I looked around and I was like, I made these 3 people. I made these 3 children. And they weren't fighting. No one was whining. Everybody was happy. They were just eating. And that's when I was like, today we're doing Thankful Thursday. Y'all know I don't plan this stuff ahead of time, right? We do nap time chat every day at 1:30 Central, and I just make it up. I'm like, what do we feel like talking about today? So what do you guys feel like talking about today? I think Thankful Thursday is going to be a great thing for everybody to focus on for just 3 seconds. I'll tell you the game in a second. It's just a little drill. I think you could do this anytime, any day. But so today I posted, if you saw it earlier, a little Snapchat video that I made. I don't do Snapchat. I just make stuff over there because I like their filters. Does anybody else like their filters? And then I posted it because in our water challenge, y'all know we're drinking water right now. The challenge today was just find the joy. Find something in your life that brings you joy. Snap a quick picture of it. I did a little video of it. So then as I was sitting around thinking, what are we going to talk about at nap time chat today? And I was watching the boys at the table and I'm like, today's Thursday. What's the catchy thing? Thankful Thursday. So here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. And Nikki Smith just said all is good in the world. I think she just sent me a picture of a protein shake. What are you thankful for? I am thankful for children who nap. Hey children, you're supposed to be napping.
We're looking for a mother rabbit.
Okay, well, let's pretend they're napping at nap time chat. Go back to bed. So we're going to do a little game because I want you to realize that even when stuff seems hard, and I'm not here to minimize anything for anyone in the current circumstance or in your life, but you have to force yourself to find the joy. So you've got 3 seconds to come up with 3 things that you're thankful for. So 3 things you're thankful for in 3 seconds. That was my 3TT3. List them real fast. I don't care what they are. There's not a right or wrong. Challenge yourself right now. Type in the comments below 3 things. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you. Barbara, list 3 things you're thankful for in 3 seconds. Y'all, look around your house. I'm thankful for my kitchen, I'm thankful for my water, and I'm thankful for my earrings. Bam. 3 things I'm thankful for. I've instantly shifted my mind into positive, into thankfulness. Children. Erin says she's so thankful for her children being good during this time. As you guys are typing in 3 things you're thankful for, I asked my kids, Tony said her home, her not job, and her kids and grandkids. I love that. Your not job means you're not having to go to work right now, right? Outside of the home anyway. I asked my kids in the car on the way home. I first started with Evan, who's 15, and I said, what are 3 things that you're thankful for in 3 seconds? Go. And guess what he said? PlayStation, phone, and the internet. Predictable. Barbara says family, being alive, and food. Erin says her husband fixing all the things, and number 3, still getting paid. And Barbara said her family includes her cats. Barbara, I saw that picture of you with your cat. I can tell how much you love your cat. I love that about you. I don't love animals the same way some of y'all do. I love people. I have animals. I mean, I have children, but we have pets too. I just don't have the heart for them the same way other people do. But I wish I did. I did that little video today and I was like, oh, I guess I'm thankful for my dog too, because she showed up in the video. So Evan's 3 things were phone, internet, and PlayStation. Then I asked Dylan, I was like, Dylan, you've got name 3 things you're thankful for in 3 seconds. And he said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I was like, okay. So then I asked Christian, who's 2, he's almost 3. I said, Christian, what are 3 things you're thankful for in 3 seconds? And he said, ice cream. And I said, okay. And he said, play. I guess playing with toys. And I was like, what else? And he's like, pizza. And it's funny because child wolfed down like half a pizza. That child is just like Evan. He doesn't eat, or he eats a ton. But in all seriousness, you guys, if you haven't answered yet, I challenge you to comment below 3 things you're thankful for in 3 seconds. Shift your mind to positive. I see a lot of people posting right now, and they're like prefacing their post with things. Like they're like, not to make light of the situation, or not like, we all know that nobody is unaware of how serious and how hard this time is for a lot of people. Tony says she could go for a pizza about now. Barb, my kids are something else, aren't they? Their answers were cute. I'm just impressed they answered them. Erin said she doesn't have the heart for animals. Her family thinks she's a monster. I've always had, you know who I have a heart for? Do you know what animal? And then I'm going to get back to my serious point because it's really good. I have a huge heart for birds. Like I love, not robin birds outside, like pet birds. If you just joined us, name 3 things you're thankful for in 3 seconds. Oh, I didn't tell you mine. Oh yeah, I did. I just looked around the room and said them. 3 things, no right or wrong, but y'all, I really love birds. I really love birds a lot. I used to be a bird mom, like with, my first bird was a conure no, that's not true. My first bird was a cockatiel. I got to tell the story about the birds in just a second. Let me go back to my serious point for just a second, and then we're going to talk about birds just to get off track. Seriously though, right now when people are like prefacing their posts with like, not to make light of the situation, it's okay if you guys are having fun right now doing something. Do not feel guilty about finding joy in your life somewhere right now. In fact, now is the best time to force yourself to find things you're thankful for and to find the joy in something, and maybe start doing something you've never done before that makes you feel good. Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it's exercising. Maybe it's starting that side hustle that you've been wanting to do forever. Maybe it's learning how to knit. Maybe it's doing sticker fingernails or new lipstick or ear. I don't know. Find something right now. Do not feel bad that right now you're finding joy. When other people are having a hard time, your job might be to bring them the joy, okay? So not all of us are experiencing life the same way, but what I truly, truly, truly do believe is we all have a choice. We all have a choice to let it consume us, let it take us over and just shut down and be done, or every single day, every single second sometimes, force yourself to find the joy. I was thinking, Barb, I know you are an optimistic person, and this is not just for optimistic people. It's for everybody. If you don't find a way to find something good right now, there's enough around you that you're going to like give up and give in. But I was thinking today when I was driving home, I was thinking, actually when I pulled in the driveway, when my mom was super sick, and I'm talking like the Sunday before she died, super sick. No, it was Saturday night. She died on Thanksgiving 2012, and that was a Thursday. And on Saturday night, woman found the joy. She had me color her hair. She was sitting in a chair playing Yahtzee with Evan. No strength, not eating, body shutting down, every reason to give up. And she fought for every ounce of joy and every memory she could create with the time she had left. Are y'all doing that? Man, that makes me want to bawl my freaking eyes out. So when you think about Thankful Thursday, I don't know what your circumstances is. I know people have lost jobs. I know there are people who are sick. I know this is tough. I know that. Y'all don't know what's behind the scenes anywhere. All we see each other is across the screen. Some of you are my close friends. You know a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Tony. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Barb. Hey, Tony. Or thank you, Tony. It is. It's so true. But you guys, we don't know each other's anythings, right? So all we can do is just realize that, yeah, life may not be perfect for people, and we're only seeing so much of it. And know that not everybody might be like completely open about everything, but I believe you're in control of your happiness. Like, don't surround yourself with negative people. And if you're surrounded by them, like I'm having to voice in my family, I am having to voice in my household. I'm not interested in any of this energy. I'm walking away from it. Like, you are not going to change how I feel. You are not going to change my dance, my song, nothing. And if I let you, that's on me. Okay. So anyway, all right, back to the birds. I see it in your eyes. You're making me tearful. I'm sorry, Barb. I don't know. I just was thinking like anyway, okay, let's talk about birds. If you just joined us, we're talking about 3 things that you're thankful for in 3 seconds. And then we got off track. And then we started talking about how Barb is thankful for her pets and how I love those of you who have the heart for pets. And I don't unless it's a bird. And then we'll end our nap time chat today. Has anybody ever had a pet bird? And do y'all ever wonder what in the world really happens on nap time chat? We talk about everything and it goes 25,000 directions. And if you're ADD ADD, you'll fit right in. If you're OCD, I'm sorry, you hung up a long time ago anyway, so you're still not even here. Oh my God. Okay. Birds. Did y'all know I used to be a kindergarten teacher? My first year of teaching, I think it was my first year of teaching. My sister called me. No, that's not true. How did this story go? I found a bird. How did I find a random bird? My sister ended up calling me and telling me the random bird was her friends that had flown away. They connected the dots, but they let me keep the bird. I don't know. Somehow I ended up with a cockatiel. It was just like it flew out of the sky and it landed on me. It was supposed to be my bird. This was 20 years ago, so that's why I can't remember all the details. I got to keep the bird, and that was my first bird. And then I ended up with a couple parakeets. I accidentally decapitated one, so I'm sorry if y'all just hung up on that. I was cleaning out his cage outside one time, and the little grate on the bottom, I had set it up so that I could wash the cage, and I left him outside sunning, and the grate like fell and killed the bird. Ah! Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you guys. Come here, I'm gonna show you. I ended up with another bird. Where'd your mask go? Show them your mask and then go back to bed. I ended up with another bird that was a sick bird. Get down, baby. Okay, there he is. I ended up with a sick bird from a lady that went to our church. Her husband passed away and they had a lot of things and one was a bird. And I took in this bird. It was a cockatiel. I know, Tony, poor birdie. Hey, Chris. I took in this bird and he had always been in his cage. Actually, it was a girl, I think. I don't know how you know if a bird is a girl or a boy. So I take the bird out of the cage because I liked my birds with me. Like, I took care of my birds. They sat on my shoulder. I teach them how to poop on the paper. I teach them songs. And this bird, I set him down on the table and he kept like walking off the edge of the table, or she. I call her she. And she kept walking off the table. I'm like, what's wrong with this bird? And then we ended up finding out the bird was blind. And I only had her for a few days. And then she got really sick. And I was single then. I was a single young teacher. And I decided that, you know, I had this heart for birds. If it was my dog, I might have just taken it out in the backyard and buried it. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. But the bird was dying. Dogs, I don't know. I wish I had the heart for dogs. Y'all hate me now. I get it. I wouldn't really bury my dog. I would do the same for her. But I took the bird to the local vet. The local vet couldn't help me. I put her in a box and I drove her to St. Louis and I was crying the whole time about this sick bird. They couldn't help me. They told me she was gonna die and I should let them keep her. And I said, no way, I'm taking her home. They gave me like a little vial and a needle and told me I had to give her shots in the chest. And this might make her get better or it might just kill her. They didn't know, or she was gonna die. So the next morning I was new into my job, new teacher, jean skirt. I remember this. And I held the bird in my hand and I gave her shot in her chest the night before. And the next morning I woke up and she was dead. So I think the vet just didn't have the heart to tell me, like, you just need, anyway. So I cried, like hysterically, and cried and cried. I put her in a priority mailbox. I wrapped her up in a towel. I put her in a priority mailbox. And I went out in my backyard in my teacher clothes and I dug a hole in the backyard and I buried my bird. That's how much I love birds. Dogs, I like my dog. I like my dog. Anyway, So then I ended up with a couple conures. One my sister gave me when her ex-husband was going into the Marines, I think. He was going back to be stationed somewhere. And conures are cool. They're super smart. They can sing. And then I adopted another conure. And then I got pregnant with Evan. So this is all well before like 12, 15 years ago. How old the child is? 15. And when Evan was like 5 weeks old, I realized my birds were like picking their feathers out and they were just not getting the attention. Hey guys, how's nap time going? Oh my God.
You were supposed to play with me.
Yeah, you're supposed to be resting. Anyway,
Let's go play.
so I ended up rehoming them. And that was the last time I've ever had birds. So anyway, that's something I'm thankful for, I guess, is birds, my mom, and some new lipstick. There you go. There's my 3 things in 3 seconds. All right, if you haven't answered yet, I just encourage you guys to force yourself, no matter what you got to do, find the joy somewhere, create the joy, go on TikTok. Okay, this is my last tip. I know some of you don't want to go on TikTok. Just go watch some TikTok videos on YouTube and you will laugh and you will like have fun, and all of a sudden your